Hi, this is Pastor Darren. Today we're going to talk about a subject that is very near and dear to me, and that is the subject of early church history. You know, that's often been said, if you don't learn lessons about where you came from, then you're doomed to make the same mistakes that have been made. And while that may not always be true, having an appreciation and understanding of where you come from and how you got to be where you are and why you believe what you believe is integral to our faith. It's good to know where we came from. And today I want to talk to you about one of the Apostolic Fathers. Now, the Apostolic Fathers are not the apostles. Don't get those confused. They are traditionally believed to be people who were actually connected to or taught directly by the apostles in the early days of the church. And this would be very important because in this particularly formative period of the church, these people would have been the second generation of Christians. And today I'm going to start with one of the earliest ones, actually one who's recognized as the first martyr in the church, and that is Polycarp. Polycarp was born in 69 AD, which would have put him dying, or being born rather, right around the time of the fall of Jerusalem. He died in 156, and he himself was actually a disciple of John the Revelator, or John the son of Zebedee, and the one who would have written the Gospel of John. So he has a direct connection to the apostles. You may have heard me mention him in a previous video talking about baptism, because the treatise on baptism in the Didache written by Irenaeus was the disciple of Polycarp. So there's just a one generation gap between John the Revelator and then Irenaeus. So in Polycarp we have a rather interesting guy. He was the bishop of Smyrna, appointed to that, which Smyrna is in modern day, would have been in modern day Turkey. He was appointed as bishop there. He dealt with a lot of issues, combating things such as he was one who combated Gnosticism and referred to one of the Gnostics as Marcion, called him the firstborn of Satan. When he ran into him in Rome, he converted a lot of people from Gnosticism, which was the idea of a secret knowledge. He was a very important figure. Even though he didn't have any formal education, he wasn't a learned man. He was known for being humble, and his traits of humility are evident all the way into his martyrdom. Now, it's not the history is not entirely complete, but we do know he wasn't martyred until he was 86 years old. Now, keep in mind, in 156 AD, Christianity was still illegal. It wasn't legalized until 313 in the Edict of Milan, when Constantine legalized Christianity. So Rome decided that he should be arrested and tried, and he reported what we understand was that he actually reported that he should be burned alive. Now, legend has it that he couldn't be burned, that the flames wouldn't burn him, and of course we don't know the truth of that. But Polycarp didn't run, he didn't try to escape, he just said God's will be done when they came for him. And another legend of Polycarp's death is that when he couldn't be burned, that he was stabbed to death in the flames, and that his blood spilling out actually extinguished the fire. So he wasn't able to be killed by fire. So that's an interesting bit of legend in history when it comes and pertains to an early church father. Interestingly, with Polycarp, he is one of the church fathers who is venerated as a saint or held to a great position of respect by pretty much all branches of Christianity, from the Eastern Church to the Western Church, the Russian Orthodox, and even the Lutheran Church venerates Polycarp as being a great figure of our faith. So hopefully you learned a little something today. We're going to talk about more of the Apostolic Fathers in the future, as well as some of the ones we call Cappadocians, the Desert Fathers. We'll just kind of touch on them and maybe learn a little bit about them. But that's Polycarp, one of the great figures of our faith. Till next time, thanks and God bless.